Good morning, children. As we have been discussing about history, chapter 9, that is New Education in India. In this sequence, we shall study about the new topic, that is national education. From the early 19th century, many thinkers from different parts of India began to feel that Western education would help modernize India. They urged the British to open more schools, colleges, and universities and spend more money on education. This trend is best exemplified in Raja Ram Mohan Rai, who forcefully articulated the benefits of Western education. Yet, there were some Indians like Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore who did not like the British educational system. They began to question British education policy. As the nationalist movement gathered momentum, particularly after the partition of Bengal and the beginning of Swadeshi and boycott movement. Many other Indians also began to not only question the educational policies of the British government but also advocated their boycott. Moreover, during the anti-participation movement, students had begun very active. Students had been very active. This appeared to have angered the British authorities and they expelled many students from their schools and colleges. Not only were the students fined and expelled, but many teachers were also forced to resign when they refused to fine or punish the students as asked by the government. This attitude of the British government threatened the future of thousands of students. Thus, many leading intellectuals and nationalist political leaders of Bengal made to decide on a future course of action. In a conference held on 10 November 1905, they decided to establish the National Council of Education. This was to be given the task of organizing a system of education on national lines. We should also be in nationalist times. Within no time, a huge amount was collected and the National Council of Education was set up. A number of schools and colleges were also founded. On 1st June 1906, the council was registered, and on the 11th March 1922, the foundation stone of Sri Aurobindo Bhavan at the present Jadavpur University campus was laid. This is now one of the finest universities in India. Rabindranath Tagore and Shanti Niketan. Rabindranath's ideas on education were shaped by his experiences of his school days when he hated going to school. School to him was like a jail. It followed very rigid rules and he was not free to do whatever he wished. He had always dreams of education, of institutions where children would be free and happy and would have the freedom to learn from the environment and explore his or her own thoughts. He also felt that students had to be kept away from all the opulence and luxuries of European life, nor should they be allowed to get infatuated with this. He wanted to make students aware of the richness of Indian traditions. To fulfill his dream, he chose to set up a school out in the open, about 100 kilometers from Calcutta, and gave it the name Shantiniketan. Here, open air education, as opposed to being cramped within four walls, became a reality. At Shantiniketan, the emphasis was on self-motivation and fostering intellectual curiosity among the children, rather than on competitive excellence. The school was unusual in many ways. Classes except those requiring a laboratory were held outdoors whenever the weather permitted. Class discussion moved on from Indian traditional literature to contemporary as well as classical Western thoughts, and then to the culture of China or Japan or just about anywhere else. What started off as a school ultimately became the Vishwabharati University at Shantiniketan. Mahatma Gandhi and Nai Talim. Mahatma Gandhi argued that Western education only focused on reading and writing. Learning to read and write was simply literary, and literary was not education. He said education for the women all around development in children and merit women not just the ability to read and write. Education ought to develop a people's body, mind and soul. Therefore, he suggested that crafts, art, technical skills, literary and education should all be integrated into one scheme. He called this Nai Talim a basic education programs that would blend and teach all kinds of skills and cover the education of an individual from the time of conception to the moment of death. In this way, we have seen this topic up to here. Rest we shall discuss in the next video tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Till then, goodbye and thank you. Do your previous task as prescribed and suggested by your teacher and get it updated. Thank you.